Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome back to my Transport Fever Let's Play. We've got lots of things going on, there's stuff all over the place. Money isn't perfect, but it's alright, it's good. If we look at the list here, we've got a number of lines that are doing really well. The loop anti-clockwise is doing really well, loop clockwise is doing really well, main lines is doing really well, and so is the goods with the planks, some of the passenger services, some of the goods, but then we start to tail off into some of the food network and some of the other passenger lines which aren't doing so great right now. But I think it's about time that we did a review on this food network. It's been a while since we've had a good look at it. Let's see what's going on. So if I go like this, you may be able to make out the blue lines. Now the blue lines are where our food network is. Now we're really concentrating on this middle section where we've got two farms. I don't think we need two farms, but we've got two farms and a food processing plant. Now the food processing plant production is at 1600 and it's doing quite well, but if we look at the towns that it's delivering to, food is at excellent 90% there. Food at Knoxville is at 89% good there, so nearly 90%. And at Philadelphia, not row vehicle 3, Philadelphia, it's 89 as well. So we're pretty much 89-90% on the food. So we don't really need to produce any more food. So if we don't need to produce any more food, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to take food somewhere else. So what we're going to do is we'll have a look at the trains in the second half of this episode, but I want to have a look at this station and see what bits are being used. So you can see here we've got two lines here that aren't, two platforms, sorry, that aren't being used, and a platform here that isn't being used. Now, at the moment, we're not taking food. We're taking food to Knoxville and we're taking food to Akron, but I think it'd be really good to take food to Veljo as well, but we may need a transfer. What about, let's see, let's get the city zones turned on. Right, okay, so we'd need a transfer service at Anaheim for the food as well. I think we have the infrastructure to cope with increasing the amount of food that comes through. We've got enough farms on there, we just need to crank it up. The farms are capable of doing more, but they're not, because we don't really need it for 3 times we're servicing. Let's get something put in here, because we've got a platform here that's spare and a line that's spare. What we will need to do though is connect up some sort of truck service, so we can drop off goods at passenger station, but we'll need a truck stop of some description to pick it up. Now where to put it, I don't know. It needs to be somewhere near the station. I mean, we've got a bus stop. Let's see, let's rotate this. Where can we slide it in without removing too many buildings? And we can get it in there. 3 buildings removed, and it should be in range of the train station. And then we can just drop off at this bus station. I'm not going to put another depot in there. It's pretty pointless. So we will have demand as soon as we put the line in. So let's put a truck line in. So we'll go. It's not going to be red. It's going to be blue. So we're going to go from here to here, and we're going to full load any cargo there. And this is the Anaheim transfer service. And because it's blue, we know it's a good food transfer service. So that's that in. Now we just need some trucks to do it. So buy row vehicles. Let's buy this one. Let's get a small fleet of them and set them all on that transfer service. Okay, they should be heading off now. Yep. Now, because we've got this old section of the main line, which we don't really use anymore, and the platforms at that station, we're pretty much good to go. The only difference is that we're going to come under this hill, which we haven't done before, through on here, and I don't know which platforms and what switch we'll need to go on. So we'll come across here. This, I feel like taking this depot out because it just... Yeah, let's take this out. There's just way too much going on there. It's really busy. There we go. That's much better. So one of the food lines is there and the other one's there. So we're going to have to do some sort of switch over here if we want to be able to get on that. Oh, this is baking my noodle, this is. I'm just going to do a little bit of flattening here just so that it doesn't look quite as terrible as what it did. If we could get rid of that green, that'd be great. Okay, that's better than it was. So we're on the wrong side. It's not too bad. Actually, it's not as bad as what I thought, because what we've got a line coming in here that needs to go out to there, and then we've got this line here that needs to come out to like here, but then that connects up to this because they share the line. But it's not letting me do it, so let's come to here and then come off that one. Oh yeah, okay, that's good. That's good, that'll do the job. It looks a little bit humpy. It's getting close. No, it's fine. So this kind of kink slash switch is fine. We just need to work out the signals around here. We've got omnidirectional signals there. We've got some signals here, but they're not all... Oh my goodness, they're the old style. Okay, so let's take all the signals out. And what we'll do is we'll treat this as one massive junction block. So going in, coming out. I think we've got some signals here. Let's remove these ones. Okay, so we've got one going in there. Let's remove these signals as well. We'll put better signals in. There we go. Right, so this is one massive junction block. That is a signal going in, and that will be a signal going in. That's coming out. And then on the... So we've got... Yeah, we've only got two lines going in there. And then over this way, we've got two lines going in as well. We've got... Hang on a minute. I'm confused. Oh yeah, sorry. That's a line going into the signal block there. And then this is a line going into the signal block there. And that's it. So because this is like a master junction sort of thing, we'll just make these all one-way signals. There we go. And then we'll put some signals nearby by the length of the trains, probably here. So let's put dual signals there, and this one's an in as well. So that one's a bit of a different line. I want to say similar sort of thing here, but that is really... No, it's all too close. It's all too close. I think we're going to have to leave those ones like that. Because we need to leave enough enough room for a train to pass. We'll put some in here though. Definitely put some in here. So one there, and one there. And then we'll also have one here for this merge. So this is the two signals going in there. Is that one underneath the bridge? Oh, I didn't see you there. Out it comes. Right! So we've done the track modification needed to be able to borrow this line. And as we head into the station, select trains, we can see that this platform here is not being used. So New line. From here, Philadelphia Holt. We come out of Philadelphia Holt on this food line. The blue food line comes through here, and then we use this transfer to come onto the main line tunnel slip for that city. We follow the main line for a little while and then split off and go down to our own little drop-off station where we already have trucks waiting. Okay, well that looks good. The only thing is it's the wrong colour, so there we go. We can see that big blue line now coming off. We actually share the main line for just a small segment here, just for a little bit. We've got our own dedicated tunnel, which I put in ages ago and didn't use, and then we have to slip across the main line here. This is going to be a busy area, but I think we're alright. And that should be about it on that front. Let's hop down here and see what the situation is. So we do have depots at the ends of these platforms. So if we go and have a look at what trains we can get. So let's go buy trains. Now we want something, we want a locomotive that is cheap but can pull at a relatively good speed. Now not all of these are in price order, but when I say cheap, I'm talking about running costs. So that one's expensive, that one's cheaper, that one's not, that one's quite expensive, that one's relatively cheap, that one's a little bit more, that one's a little bit cheaper than this one, and that one is quite expensive. We'll rule that one out. I think we're looking in this middle section here. So what we want now is high power and high speed. So 200 top speed and high power, that's definitely a good option, but it's a very expensive to run. That one, the top speed is not as good, and the power's not as good, but the efficiency is a lot better in terms of running costs. That one is a good kind of balance between the two. The running costs aren't as high as this one, although the speed is a lot better. You know what? I think this one's worth the extra running costs. Let's go with it. We're going to change the colour to blue because it's a food train. We'll buy it. We'll get some wagons. Now I can't remember how many. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wagons we can fit on this. Oh my goodness, they are bright blue. 5. Is that 5? Yeah, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there we go. We'll clone that so there's 2 of them, and then we'll just check to make sure that this line that we put in, the new food line, line 2, which is already using the correct platform at Philadelphia Holt, I think. Yeah, it is using the correct platform at Philadelphia Holt. We need to rename that line. I can't remember where the food's going to, so we'll rename that in a minute. And I think that's all good. Oh yeah, we need to make sure we full load at Philadelphia Holt. There, brilliant, right. Send them on their way. It's called line 2 at the minute. I'm just going to rename that. So those 2 new trains are on their way. Money is looking okay, especially considering we just bought a train. And this is now the food service to Anaheim. Now, what? It's just Anaheim food. Really, it should be food first. I just realised that my naming convention for most of this, oh, it's there right in front of me. I'm copying it, but I still typed it wrong. H-E-I-M. Brilliant, there we go. Right, I'm going to go through and rename the rest of these lines. There we go, it didn't take too long. Now we have all 4 food services next to each other in the list when they are... Anyway, why is it going somewhere else and then... Oh, because it also goes to the farm. So 2 of those 4 services go to the farm and bring the farm goods in on the way and bring food on the way back, and the other 2 is just a food service. They're making money, but I think the trains are getting a bit old. If we look at here and look at the finances, yeah, the trains are starting to go up in terms of cost, and if we bring up the train list and order them by oldest, looking at the list, the food notch trains are too old. Well, in fact, all of the food notch trains need replacing. So, let's do that. Let's replace them. hopefully if I replace them for this slightly more expensive engine, they'll still make money, especially the Food Knox and Food Arc service, because you're taking food materials on the way there and food on the way back. So, Food Knox trains. This one, we're going to let it be coloured blue because we're going to add that, and then we need 12 wagons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There we go. Now, how much will it cost? Lifespan percentage. 100%, please. There we go. So now we have replacements set for the Knox service. I want to replace them all. It's going to cost us 70 odd million. It's fine. Hopefully, that will change from a service which makes just over $1 million a year to a little bit more. Now, our new Anaheim food service is going to take time, but I think we should find that we're actually picking up more production now that demand has gone up. Now we've connected in Anaheim. So, whilst the money stacks up a little bit, let's have a look at the situation over here. So, at this station, we are currently using all but 2 of the platforms. We've got one at the far bottom here and one at the far top. That one at the far top, I have no idea where it could go. I mean, it could come right down here to one of these 2 towns. No idea. It doesn't. I don't think it's going to get used. But this one down here is a pickup service which goes to Philadelphia. It goes onto that tunnel. But I'm thinking if I can spur off to the right here, I should be able to go and connect up somewhere over here to this service, and maybe even... Yeah, we're going to need more platforms down here at Tucson. We're really going to need a load more platforms. Terminals. Oh yeah, we've got plenty of trains down there already. Now, can I upgrade this? Can I upgrade the length without too much problem? No. Can I upgrade the number of tracks without too much problem? No, but if I remove... Oh my goodness, 14 million? Okay, fine, whatever. 4 tracks, apply, done. Right. We're going for a big station up... What is that aircraft in the sky above me? I don't know if you guys can hear it on the recording. So, this depot is just in the way. We'll get rid of that. We'll bring a depot in the line somewhere else. We'll get rid of that bit of track there. Now, these trains here, they're merging in and going on that line. We need to change that. So there's no switch there, but there is... We'll let that train come in and then we'll work on that. And then I think if we put the passenger line on that one, straighten it off, then that gives us the outside line for the food. Okay, here we go. There we are, perfect. So if we bring that one in, bring that one in. Oh no, pull it out from here. And then this one. Oh no, it's on the wrong... Oh, flip. Oh no. Right, we're going to have to do the temporary wiggle to get a train out. Oh my goodness, there's so many trains that are confused. There are so many trains that are confused here now. Okay, fine. We'll ignore it. Quick, get out of the way. Shift. Oh, you didn't need that line anyway. Okay, right, fine. Shouldn't have done this with trains in the station. Okay. So now we've got this train. Flip. It's fine, it's fine. I can do this. Let's bring that in. We're going to have to delete those buildings as well. There we go. So what I'm thinking is, we'll let that train out. Turn around. You should be fine now. What? Why are you not fine? Where are you trying to go to? Phil Dux, you can go down there. Why can't you go down there? What's going on? Okay, I'm going to shout at this train for a little while and we'll see what happens. Okay, so I'm daft and the game was paused. Okay, get out of the way. Come on. Shift, 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 go. Right. Pause it again. Okay, so I can now correctly do the platform what I wanted to do. So we've got passenger, passenger. My goodness, it's not snapping correctly. Let's come from here to there. Oh. Junction not doable. There we go. And then we're going to have this one here, which actually, let's just have it as a different platform, but bring them in together. So let's get rid of that split. Bring them in together. There we go. That's what we're talking about. What? No, it's not too much slope. Please don't be too much slope. Why is there too much slope? Right, I'm determined to make this work. So we're coming out here. Before we link that up, we're going to keep the height. Then we're going to drop these a switch, which it can't complain about slope now. Then we're going to cut off the ends and slope it. So it comes out level and then drops off. This one here may or may not have a problem now. Hey, the answer's not. Right, finally! Fuff! That was quite a fuff. Right, let's put signals in here and here. And let's put signals in here and here. Yep, that's good. So, I'll just make them monodirectional. Not omni. Right, so in theory now, this train... Oh, we'll get back to that train in a minute. Let's just make sure that the platforms are correct here for the two different services. So, oh, it's the Arctux has got a problem. So at Tucson, we want to be on platform 1. There we are, that's fixed that problem. And train 7's got an issue. Why have you got a problem? Well, for a start, it's too long. Oh my goodness, it's too long? Hang on, where have you come from? Oh... The new trains are all way too long. Oh dear. That's not very good at all, is it? It's meant to be 8 long, not 12. Uh-oh. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 7, 8. Okay, let's do a replace now. There we go. That should do it. Train 19, just turn around. It looks like it should be able to get in the depot, but it won't. And why won't it? Is there a space missing within the electricness? Modification tool, electric. Yeah, we'll just tell it to go to depot. I'm sure that'll be fine. Right, there's no warnings. Yay! There's no warnings. We do have trains that are going to be in depots, though. That one, set line. Oh, God, which one was it? It was the Knox. Both on the Knox line. Yeah, did it. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe I made that mistake. Look, the trains fit much better now. I love the blue wagons. It makes it so much easier to see what trains are doing what. Okay. So we've got 8 on all of them. Archon's looking good. The only one that isn't making much money yet is the Anaheim service, but I'm expecting that one to get better. We need a new service in for the stuff that we've just done as well. So, where is this train? Okay, so if we do set line. Did that do it? I don't know if that did it. I'll revisit that. But what we will do is a brand new train. We've got the money. I can't remember which train we're using. Is it this one? Yes, it is that one. We're going to buy that one. And we're going to put some wagons on it. And we're only going to put 8 on because that's what that part of the network can handle. Have we got a new line down here yet? We haven't got a line down here yet. Okay, cool. Let's do new line. And we're going to go from here. I'm going to full load, curl off, and come down to here. I've just realised I've done bits at the station either end, but we haven't connected it all. So, it's ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Okay. Too much slope. There we go. Right, so we've got a line there. Next to that line. Where's it connect? It'd be nice if when you were in track mode, if the start and beginnings of like turnouts or points, whatever you want to call them, showed. Right, so this is the new spur that's coming out that station. It comes out. We've got a cross. Yeah, there's the switch there, so that's fine. It's going to come out and it's going to connect up. It's going to go under that road or over it, one of the two. It's going to connect up to this line here. There's a lot of merges coming in here, but they're using them. They're using the same platform, so we might be all right. We might split things off a little bit if it gets too busy. So from here, we need a line coming out. Where's it gone? I think it's there. There we go. Another line coming out. So in theory, I should be able to just connect these two up without too much of a problem. Okay, it's saying tunnel for the most part. Which, to be honest, with the land and the way it's going, I'm quite happy with that. It's a relatively expensive tunnel, but we can afford it. So then, it looks like we've got a tunnel entrance issue, but we'll just do it separately and it should be fine. Ah! I did the wrong line. That's okay. We'll just use our ridiculously loud bulldoze tool and pop that back in. Oh, there we go. Warnings are magically disappearing. So we've got bi-directional lines there. That goes there. That's good. We've got this junction here. Really, we should only have signals going into it. So move that one and that one. Those two have to stay there because they program. Ah, if we've got a train waiting there, it's going to block. It's going to potentially block the other one. We'll have to keep an eye on that. We'll have to keep an eye on how that goes. I think we'll be okay. Not sure. Let's just recolour that line so it's the right colour. And the signals, we need one signal going in here, one going in there. And then I can't see because of all the smoke and soot. Where's the beginning of the one going? Okay, that should do the job. Also, we're going to put some in this tunnel in case the trains get relatively close to each other. There we go. Oh, it's a long episode today, folks. I hope you're hanging on in there. But I'm determined to do this food upgrade. There we go. So we've got a brand new line. We've got a train. The line needs renaming. It's Food-Tucson. T-U-C-S-O-N. Tucson. And we're going to full load at Philadelphia Halt. We're going to clone that train and set them all to Food-Tucson. Right then. This station's getting really busy now. We've got a new train coming in there. So not only have we got lots and lots of platforms at this station, but two of the platforms are non-stop platforms where the main line cuts through it. But it actually works out best. It is good that it's like this. I thought it was a bit daft having the main line just run through a station like that, but it actually means we can have trains on the far side of the main line filling up with food and stuff without having to cross over the main line and that. So that's good. Well, there we go, folks. We've got a new line in there. It's probably not making any money yet. In fact, it definitely isn't. I'm going to try and not spend too much on trains unless I need to. Looking at the balance of most of the lines, oh my goodness, the main line's making loads of money. 28 million, fantastic. Loop lines are doing good. We're going to have to whack some more trains on there. The frequency is 4 minutes at the moment. I think we can get that down to 3, 2. I want to hit the 2-minute mark on those. So join me next time where we will be seeing if we can do that, and we'll also be monitoring to see how well our food service is now getting along. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the episode. If you're new here, consider subscribing. If you want to follow the series and my other videos, I suggest using the notification bell. But thanks very much for watching. Take care. Goodbye.